How do I get better fast? This is one of the most common questions people ask about learning the drums. If you're anything like me, you've listened to lots of music and watched tons of YouTube clips of your favorite drummers. You have this picture in your mind of the drummer that you want to be, and just like a kid staring at presents under the Christmas tree, the day that you're able to sit down and shred around the drum kit or get on stage and play with that band that you always wanted to play with can't come quick enough. So here's the truth, and you probably knew that this was coming, but I'm going to say it anyway. There's no shortcut to getting good at the drums. The skills you need to develop to become a good drummer take time and dedication to get up under your belt. But with that being said, there are smart and efficient ways of learning the drums, and then there are more slow and meandering ways to go about it. The quickest progress that I've had in my own playing has come when I buckled down and stopped wasting time in the practice room. What's up, you guys? I'm Nikao, Wallace with thedrumbreakdown.com, and today I want to share with you 5 tips that have allowed me to maximize my practice time and see quicker results in my playing. But before we get started, be sure to thumbs up this video if you're liking my content, and subscribe to my channel to get notifications of future videos. All right, here we go. Tip number 1, focus on the big wins first. Most of us have probably heard of the Pareto principle, better known as the 80-20 rule, which basically says that 80% of the progress that you get will come from about 20% of the things that you learn. The trick is, though, finding that 20% that will bring you the best results. There's an endless amount of material to practice on the drums and a million different directions that you can go in. But there are some major skills that you can learn that will benefit you no matter what type of drummer you want to become. Things like coordination between the limbs, reading rhythms, and learning certain rudiments will translate to everything you want to play. On my website, I've created a free checklist of what I believe are the 8 essential skills that every drummer needs to learn in order to establish a good foundation and set themselves up to learn things quicker. I'll post a link down below in the description. Number 2, be clear on your goals. If you don't know where you want to go, then you'll never make any progress. I can't tell you how many hours I've wasted over the years aimlessly just fooling around on the drums. I did a ton of practicing, but made very little progress. I heard a quote once by Denzel Washington that has stuck with me. He said, "Movement does not always equal progress. And just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean that you're getting a lot more done." That was a real reality check for me when I heard it. What kind of drummer do you want to be? What song do you want to learn next? What rudiment or pattern are you wanting to get comfortable playing? It's important to take the time to get clear on these things and work on them until you get them down. The skills that you develop by sticking with one thing over and over again until you master it will translate into the next thing that you want to learn. Before you know it, your learning will start to snowball and you'll be able to learn new material quicker and quicker. Tip number 3 is don't try to conquer Rome in a day. Sometimes we get so impatient, so anxious to get better quickly that we try to cram as many different things into our practice sessions as possible. As a result, we spread ourselves way too thin and get overwhelmed with the sheer volume of material that there is to learn. Before you know it, the drums have transformed from this really cool instrument that inspired you and got your juices flowing to this insurmountable mountain that you're dreading to climb. Our brains are wired to focus comfortably on about 3 different subjects in our practice sessions. So once you're clear on your goals, force yourself to pick no more than 3 areas to work on. Get them down pat and then move on to another 3 things. This will get you the best results. All right, tip number 4 is a biggie. This one is to listen to music away from the drum set. Some of the biggest hurdles to learning the drums is figuring out what you want to practice and generating new ideas. The best way to overcome these hurdles is to fill our minds with musical information. Learning the drums is like learning a language. The more you immerse yourself in it, the more your mind will be programmed to think in those terms. Put your sticks down, listen to music, all aspects of the music, not just the drum part. Do you know the lyrics? Can you hum the melody? Do you know what the other instruments on the track are playing? Training yourself to listen to music deeply will allow you to begin to hear musical and rhythmic ideas in your mind. That's half the battle. Once your mind starts thinking musically, you'll find yourself playing things intuitively that you would have never thought of otherwise. All right, the last tip is just enjoy the journey. The fact is that the better you get at the drums, the more you're going to discover just how much you don't know. There's always another level, always a new challenge to overcome. If you're so focused on some far-off end goal, you'll never be happy with your playing and you'll always think that you suck. Drums are fun. There should never be any feelings of stress and anxiety when you sit behind the drum set. The pressure we put on ourselves to get better fast is actually one of the biggest things slowing us down. Time flies when you're having fun, and it's impossible to consistently do something day after day and not get better at it. So pull out your drumsticks, sit behind your set, and enjoy yourself. You'll be surprised at your progress. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Hit me down below in the comments and let me know some of the tips that have helped you see faster growth in your playing. You guys be good, and I'll catch you in the next video.